Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for joining me on this week's episode of the expenses report of an influencer. Yes, because as an influencer, some months are glamorous and fabulous and some months are just not giving that. For me, the month of August is that. So I wanted to start at the very beginning of my expenses report journey and show you guys, yes, I am a paid influencer. Yes, I do have opportunities. Some months are up and some months are down, which I'm going to show you in this right here. This 2 weeks payout from Instagram was little to no money. And I have my reason why, and let's hop into it.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
So as I stated again, listen, some months as an influencer are popping, some months as an influencer are not popping. So Instagram changed my trajectories. Like before, I only had to hit a certain amount of views out of maybe 1 million. They expanded my percentage rate. Like now it's out of 11 million. So the payout is less. Like before, I was getting $600, $700 a month for a payout. And then it dropped to $300 a month for a payout. And now, because they've increased it, because it went from about 1 million to 7 million to 11 million. So what I mean by that is you have to get a certain amount of views out of 1 million, a certain amount of views out of 7 million, a certain amount of views out of 11 million. So Instagram has changed my numbers drastically, which means my payouts are a lot less. If you follow me on Instagram, probably, more than likely, this month is going to be my last month that I really push forward Reels, because who knows, they might change it to 20 million and then I get paid $50. So I don't want that to be the case, which is part of the reason why I'm returning to YouTube. But enough of that. Let's get started with my expenses. So these are my expenses that I have to pay for this month, if you guys can see them. So of course, my mortgage is regular. My cell phone, Geico, Capital One, Atmos Energy. I do have my Capital One settlement that I did mention on my... When I did my debt confessions, y'all, like this is the one that I was most relieved about. Y'all do not know. I was so scared because I'm a homeowner. I don't want to lien on my house. I don't want anything levied. I don't want to have to worry about anything. And the fact that they settled this amount, I'm so incredibly happy. And I'm paying on it now. I also have my ATT internet. I have my Jaguar, of course, groceries, gas, my monthly subscriptions. NTTA is the North Texas Toll Authority. So I had to go out to lunch one day with a friend and didn't realize that they live off the tollway. So I did get on the toll. I have to pay that. And as an influencer, I will be participating in the Dallas Mimosa Walk. Yes. So I did purchase tickets for that. Now, when it comes to my income, as many of you know, if you're following me, I am not comfortable with disclosing the company that I work for or how much money I make. Just please know that I am employed full-time, working from home, as well as the money that I make is not only enough to cover these bills, but I have enough left over to do with whatever it is that I want. So just know that. Now, let's get down to my Instagram payout. So for Instagram, with them changing the numbers and the percentages, something that also took place is their Reels program when you start and when you finish. So their payout is supposed to be the 21st of every month, but it depends on when you start and finish your Reels. You can start and finish your Reels at any point in time, but it has to be consistent. So if you start your reels on the 15th of every month and end them on the 15th of the following month, you have to start the program back up no later than the 16th of the following month. For me, in the month of June, because it was my birthday month, I wasn't consistent. So my June payout was like $29. But Instagram said that I had made over $100. I didn't do a lot of content shooting for Instagram in my birthday month. So since I started at a later time frame, they only paid me for the time frame that I qualified for my reels, which I'll insert the pictures here. Now, because of that, I expected my payout to be $208. I only ended up getting $139 for my July's payout. I know it's crap. It's not a lot of money when I'm accustomed to making significantly more than that. I do have some opportunities that are underway that I will mention later on in this video, just not right now. It's after I cover everything. But that's what my payout was for Instagram. And it's going towards, of course, some of these bills. So for my mortgage, I expected to pay $705. I just paid $708 because I had like some extra change that was left over in that particular account. If you've watched my previous videos, then you know I do have a total of 3 checking accounts and 2 savings accounts. I have 1 checking account that's specifically for my mortgage. I have 1 checking account that's specifically for my car payments. And then I have the checking account that everything else goes into, whether it's bills, snacks, whatever. And I have 2 savings accounts. So I paid my mortgage, which is $708. I also paid my cell phone bill. I paid my automotive bill for Geico. Now, I have 2 cars. Because I know some of y'all probably wonder, like, why is your insurance so high? I have a 2019 Jaguar E-Pace. Yes, that's my car, Bluey. And then I have a 2014 Honda Accord. That's my car, Ghost. And I have to pay I choose to pay full coverage car insurance on both of them. I don't have to for my Honda because it is paid off, but I prefer full coverage car insurance because if anything happens to that car, I have to pay a low deductible versus paying just the bare minimum. I don't want to do just liability because I'm going to be paying out of pocket for my expenses for anything that car needs. So that's something to take into consideration. If you have a car, yes, it might be paid off, but consider full coverage car insurance because as soon as you take that full coverage car insurance, if something happens, you're going to have to come out of pocket a lot more money. So I'd rather pay an extra $60, $70 a month on top of liability insurance just to cover myself. Because if anything happens to my Honda, my deductible is only $50. The same with my Jaguar. My deductible is only $50. I'm getting older. I'm 34 years old. So my rate is also going to go down. I'm not 18, 20 years old where you have a high deductible. But anyways, back to the numbers. So I pay my Geico bill. My Capital One Platinum card, the minimum payment is $25. I really don't have anything going on right now that I'm trying to spend an excessive amount of money. Possibly going into the month of September, since I have a couple of things that I need to do, I'll pay more towards my Capital One card. I have my Atmos Energy bill that I paid $42.86. That is my gas bill. The Capital One settlement, $65 a month is what they're requiring for me to pay. I pay my internet because I'm working from home. I do have to have high-speed internet. So I paid $61.09 for that, $275 for my Jaguar. My groceries is a lot lower. And let me explain why. So previously this past week, if you follow me on Instagram, I did a live where my daughter's school, which is a private school, they do a grocery giveaway. So you can just pull up, get some free groceries, and leave. And in order for them to continue doing that, they have to have participation. So my daughter asked me so many times, can we please go? Can we please go? Can we please go? And I'm actually glad that I went because they had some great stuff. Like they were giving away bread and meat. I don't even eat pork ribs, but they were giving out pork ribs, chicken breast. My mom actually came as well, and she got a bag of leg quarters. Leg quarters. I have never been to a grocery giveaway where they give away food like that. Leg quarters, like, listen, I was happy that I went because I got a lot of good stuff. They had cereal, toiletries, all of that. So a lot of what I thought that I would need for my groceries, It ended up being a lot less because I still had so much stuff left over from the grocery giveaway. My gas prices are down now. It's only $3.29. So to fill up both of my cars, it only cost $92.04 versus what I had budgeted, which was $120. I have my monthly subscriptions that are being taken out. Of course, Apple Music, Disney Plus. I also have the Snore Lab app just to track my sleeping patterns because I haven't been sleeping consistently lately. So I got the app and it's going to be $29 for my subscriptions. As I stated, I have to pay the North Texas Toll Authority because I went through there one time going to Richardson, one time coming from Richardson. And they also charge a fee. So this is my tolls that I had to pay, and this is the actual amount with the fee. It was $9.95. They are ripping people off just to make a payment on the tollway. And the tollway is like $1.75. Well, $2 and some change. But anyways, so I went ahead and paid that because if you don't pay it, they charge excessive $35, $50 fees if you do not pay them on time. So I went ahead and took care of that. And last is the Dallas Mimosa Walk. So the Dallas Mimosa Walk is something that I was contacted by the Love List just to get some information as to if I wanted to participate. So you pay $35, which is what I paid, with the tax $36.95. And you can go to like 12 different shops. You can do a little shopping. And while you're at these different stores, you can refill on your mimosa. So I thought it was something cool and awesome to do, but it's not going to be coming up until Labor Day weekend. But since I went ahead and paid for it now, that's why I included it on my expenses report. All right, so these are my bills that I have to pay. Of course, as I stated in my previous video, what comes out automatically off top that's not calculated in here is, hold on a second, I'm gonna grab the sheet. Okay, I'm back. So as I was saying, what's taken out of each and every one of my paychecks for myself as well as my daughter is my 401k, my health insurance, dental insurance, optical insurance, life insurance, $25 in savings account number 1 and $25 in savings account number 2. Now, the reason why it is that way, if you are new to my channel, is because all of my bills, every single one of them are paid at least 2 to 3 months in advance. So for the moment, I am just getting $25 in each one of these savings accounts. In order for my bills to continue to be that far in advance, I do have to make consistent payments. So if anything does come up in the near future, I am covered if I'm not able to make that payment for the month. Now, let's total up our current expenses that we have, and then we'll go over my savings challenges as well as for my daughter's merits. But for my main basic bills that I had to take care of this month, let's go ahead and calculate it. So $708 for my mortgage, $53.50 for my cell phone bill, $236.46 for my Geico, $25 for my Capital One, $42.86 for my Atmos Energy. I had $65 for my Capital One settlement, $61.09 for ATT, $275 for the Jaguar, $32 for groceries, $92.04 that I paid for gas, $29 for my subscriptions, $9.95 for my NTTA, and of course there's an added bonus, $36.95 for the Dallas Mimosa Walk. And that totals to $1,666.85 for this the upcoming 2 weeks that I had to pay for expenses. So let's go ahead and write that in. So we have $1,666.85. Now, let's get into merits. So if you've been following me, then you know that I award my daughter for going above and beyond. Like, that's the only way that she can get some extra cash, is going above and beyond. Because as a child, there are certain things that you have to do that are mandatory. You have to behave. You have to go to school. You have to learn. You have to make good grades. That is the goal. But when you go above and beyond, I feel like she deserves a little something extra. So merits at her school is when a student does just that, goes above and beyond, and a teacher recognizes it or a principal recognizes it. My daughter is in the 7th grade. So at her prep school, she earned a total of 12. Yes, 12 merits, which means some days she was given 2 merits. So I am super duper proud of her for the past 2 weeks for doing so well in school that I award her 50 cents per merit. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this because for the most part, we're done. Sit this to the side. So she got $6 for her merits for doing so incredibly well at school. So we're gonna put this in her money jar. Now, if you see in this jar, you see a $20 bill is sitting on the top. My daughter is a little entrepreneur that she is. Her school does not have a vending machine. So she has found a way to sell like snacks and prepackaged foods like Rice Krispie treats, oatmeal cream pies to make some extra cash. So she brought a whole box of oatmeal cream pies to her school and a student paid her $20 for it so that they could have snacks. I, of course, being the supplier, at first I wasn't okay with it, but now I just want to encourage her. If she does want to be a businesswoman in the future, absolutely. The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. So whatever you want to accomplish, my little princess, go after it. So that $6 was for her. Next up, we are going to open the treasure chest. Now, these $100 gold dollar bills I got off of Amazon, as many of you know. Hopefully in the future I can use them as placeholders, but for now they're just gonna stay right here. Okay, now we're going to start with the first bag. So the first bag is for holidays. In holidays, so far we have $15. I'm gonna add another $5 to it. Again, the month of August is very blah. We're going to crank it up in the month of September. But for now, for the holidays, I got $20. And that's mainly for Christmas. Christmas is several months away. So I have more than enough time to add some extra cash to it. But for now, I'd rather have something versus nothing. If I got to go to Five and Below and get my family gifts, that's what I'm going to do. But I wanted to make sure I put some money aside. Next up is automobile savings. Now, the reason why there's only $5 in automobile savings is because on the previous video, I have to get an oil change for my Honda Accord, so that cost $65. So there was $70 in here, but now it's only $5. So I'm going to add another $5 to that and make it $10 for my automobile savings. Okay, and next up is for my daughter Layla. Now, on the last video, I believe it was $20 in here for Layla. I have 4 or 5s, but for her school, she wanted to have like some school swag where they have like cardigans. It's starting here in Texas to get slightly cooler, but not that much. But it's enough that she wanted to have a cardigan with the school's logo on it. It was bright fluorescent orange, and she just wanted it, so I gave her $15 to get the cardigan. But we're going to add $5 for Layla. Now, why this is separate from this money, this is Layla's spending money. This is her spending money. This money is going to go towards Christmas. So I told her there's nothing else that she should need for school. I have to start bulking this up for Christmas so that she can get what she wants this year. So we'll set this one to the side. By the way, I got these bags off of Amazon. I will link them below. Next up is my savings challenge. So I also got this book off of Amazon. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? I love savings challenge books. I've seen them all over YouTube, but I've never had the opportunity to try one. So I bought this one. I thought it was so cute, giving Black girl realness. So I went ahead and got it. So right now I have $20. that I've spent in my savings challenge. So we're going to add another $5 to that and make it $25. Okay. And put my bookmark back. So yes, we have a total of, wait a minute. Yeah, $25. 10, 15, 20, 25 in my savings challenge bag. So we're gonna put that to the side. And last but not least is my house savings. So again, my house, I've been in it for 2 years. So far, I haven't needed anything done. But this past week, you guys, it flooded in my house. I am so incredibly thankful that I have hardwood floors. If you've seen the news, it's flooding really, really bad in Texas for like 2 days. And I have hardwood floors, so I was able to luckily grab a couple of towels, put them at my doorway, and everything's fine. So if it wasn't for that, like if I had carpet, I would have to spend money to get my floors repaired. So thank heavens, thank God, I do not have to worry about that right now. So for my house savings, if anything else does come up, so far I have $20. And of course, we're gonna add this last $5 bill to have $25 in my house savings. So hopefully in the month of September, things will get cracking a little bit more. I have an opportunity to make some extra cash, and I won't just be putting $5 in here. It might be $10, it might be $20. That's just what it is right now. So those are my savings bags. And that is going to conclude this week's payouts. And that's about it. So thank you guys so much for following me. Thank you so much for your continued support. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you are not following me on Instagram, please make sure that you do so. But that's going to conclude, I cannot speak right today. I apologize. That is going to conclude this bi-weekly payout. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe and be fly. All right, I holla.